All right, let me ask you this, Arnie, and be honest with me. There's no judgment.
Right. Okay.
What is your idea of personal hygiene?
I'll have a gift for this.
Oh no! I feel it already.
I don't like where this is going.
No!
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, close
I
the
rumble like a sticky man.
Roma certainly does not!
See, the sweat is not going to help with the arguments you're about to put up here.
I'll be honest. Before things went to shit, it'd be like grabbing a shower, bath, whatever, out the bathhouse like every few days. Then the plague hit, and there's not a bunch of water everywhere, so I just sort of stopped. Except when it got really bad.
Okay. Well,
I'm not that bad right now, but I'm not as good as before.
I do like a little wave.
Holy sh! Is that how you're so pretty? He
Sure.
begins like pulling at his like shirt and like sniffing. Oh, nice.
Now, piece of advice.
Okay.
You want to ensure that you're clean. And ideally, you do that
Okay.
daily. Every day.
Daily.
Yes.
When we're traveling, we always got water, man. Well, I guess I guess you could do that a trick on me, yeah. If you don't mind, that is. I wanna presume.
Sure.
Okay, cool, man. Thanks, mate.
If I'm not around, however,
That's
take a piece of cloth, get some water on it, and scrub. It's enough.
Okay.
Be thorough.
Dear God, be thorough.
Gotcha. Alright, he taps his
How's
hair.
your hair?
How's my what?
How's your hair? What's your haircut?
He pulls off his hat. It's a bit long. Definitely has hat hair, unsurprisingly, considering he wears his hat all the fucking time.
Does he have a good head of hair?
Good, yes. It's like a voluminous type of hair. It's just like not well maintained. That's not to say it's like grosser than the rest of him prior to you prestidigitating him, but it's clear like he has room to work with. He just clearly doesn't know how to work with it.
I don't have anything in my inventory, but would it be reasonable to assume that I have something like a comb?
Yeah, he probably have like some personal effects. Yeah.
Here, take this.
Okay.
Now,
that you want me to do like
if
he begins
you
like combing
promise-
his hair back, like slicking it back, like the fawn style, like that.
no, don't do that.
Oh, he stops.
If you promise me that you will comb your hair at least every 2 days, I will gift you that comb.
Oh, I want to take a comb, mate. Like I could. He looks like to the background. I could like make something with like some like branches or something, like something similar.
Take it. I don't need it.
He looks at you, looks back at the comb, looks at your magically enhanced features. Yeah, no, you don't. I mean, if I'm being honest, mate, you're gonna get you can give Rodrigo a run for his money right now. Not saying he like hold up like immediately two dismissive heads. Not saying I'm like interested. I'm just saying if you wanted to, you could get in there.
I'll take your word for it.
I'm not gay, man.
All right, well,
Yeah.
appreciate it. He's like combing his hair again. I like that.
Good.
He scratches
Yeah.
his head with it, like the tips of it. Oh, that feels good.
I
I'm sorry.
ignore that.
Put it away. Sorry.
Now, I don't know what Roma likes,
You don't? Shit. How we find out?
but ask her.
What? Isn't that a bit rude? Like asking someone straight up, like, "Hi, what do you like?" I was gonna ask Eva because she's like, spooky like that.
Yeah, we'll ask Eva, sure.
He thinks her out for a second, but she sort of scares me, so maybe not. Maybe Dahlia? He thinks for a moment. Yeah, maybe Dahlia. Yeah, she owes me. Of all the times I helped her with alchemy stuff, yeah, she owes me.
Or if you don't want to ask, hey Roma, what should I look like? You could ask her, hey Roma, have you ever thought about, your ideal partner? What would they be like?
He blinks a couple of times at that. Is that easy?
Sure.
He like squints, like squints at you a bit. Really? Huh. He thinks for a moment.
Tell you what.
Huh.
When it comes to romance, I think the most important thing is clear and honest communication.
But what if my inner desires are weird?
Well,
then build up enough trust to a point where that conversation, while weird, is
Tolerable.
not the word I would use, but sure.
Okay. So that's like step 20. Alright, we'll stop.
Build up enough trust to create a safe space.
Gotcha. All right. I'm not weird, by the way. I'm just saying if I happen to have those desires.
I mean, you don't know what I like.
He squints at you. What do you like? Not judging. I'm just. Yeah, I feel like you're a pretty good baseline, you know.
That's for me to know and you to wonder about. I was about to say find out, but that would make this conversation so much weirder.
Oh,
Let's not
damn!
go there.
I was gonna. If you said that, that would be a good time for me to go. Hey, what's your ideal partner like? But we're not there yet.
No.
Whatever. I'm not on my side yet.
He kind of looks away, looks back towards the others. There's a little bit of a forlorn look on his face.
You alright, mate? You good? You've been a little out of it since all that dream shit. You good, man?
Yeah, it's. Thanks for asking. I don't know if I'm the best person to ask for advice. The only love I ever knew kind of left me, so I know what not to do.
Hey, that's good enough for me, mate. And it's like my uncle always said, right? Love comes and goes, but you're with you all the time. So love yourself.
Wise words.
Yeah, he does like a twiddle around his temple. He's a bit crazy, but yeah, he's got some good stuff. Hey, tell you what, I've been working on something. You're Eulonian. You like guns and stuff. You want to play with it? You give it a little test run.
Will I lose any fingers?
No. Pretty sure.
Then yes.
Oh, fuck yeah. Come on, mate.
But
Arnie shouts at everyone by Lakeside. Oi! Don't swim over there. We're testing something. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
You hear a scream as invisible Jin comes up behind Dahlia.
by
that's
the
good.
way,
That's good.
Arnie.
Yeah.
Your kit is very functional,
Oh yeah.
but
Yeah.
what would you say the main difference between your kit and Roma's outfit is?
My kitten room is it. He looks down at like all the explosives he has on him. And then he looks over to where Roma dressed down, looks at her outfit. It's definitely fancier. More flowy.
And exactly. Now I realize that you absolutely probably need your kit, so don't get rid of it. Please don't. But maybe find some small ways of incorporating fancy details into your kit. Match your vibe.
Match a vibe. Gotcha. I thought you were saying some fancy word. Okay,
No.
I could.
Get on her level.
Yeah. I can keep an eye out. I can add some stuff here and there.
Maybe if you if you find the courage to talk to Eva, figure out what Roman likes.
Well, I don't exactly got a Newman to pray to anymore, so we'll see when we get on that. Maybe I can ask Anvil. He looks at Anvil's as he's walking around the perimeter. No, maybe not Eva. Maybe I could ask. He looks at Tao. No, not him. Maybe he looks at Riza. I said no one. Like, what's wrong with this group? Okay, no, never mind. Come on, let's go blow some stuff up.
Arnie, you know who you should ask?
Who?
The person I think Roma is the least likely to suspect anything from is Molly.
Molly?
Hmm?
He looks in Molly's direction, who's in the middle of helping Aunt Liz. Maybe, actually. Alright, I might do that later. Maybe tonight.
Alright, let's go explode something.
Yeah, fuck yeah! So, in about a few minutes, Arnie sets up a device that some of you are relatively familiar with. Definitely the Goblin and the Spharian. Although maybe in different formats. He's not using a cannon, he's not using artillery, he's using a mortar, which is much more man-portable. But in a few minutes' time, super easy to set up and aim, at least to Arnie. You guys hear an explosion hit the water. Just, like throwing a bomb into the water throwing dynamite into the water to go fishing with. Which, yes, fish do come to the surface as he does this, by the way.
Oh, dinner.
Yeah, Arnie shows you, Caradoc, what he's been working on. It is his grand solution of helping you guys out is adding more explosives to his explosives. He uses an explosive to launch another explosive, a long distance. He's heard about it in theory and concept from other nations, but this is his first time doing something on his own accord, much less something that's relatively portable versus needing wheels and stuff to roll around and travel with. So, you guys take some time hanging out like bros, launching explosives into the water and being like, "Did you see that, bro? That's fucking awesome!" And the rest of you feel the repercussions of this bro time.
Yeah.
I think the
Waves
last
start
thing
plummeting towards us.
They do it at a distance
Yeah.
that's not harmful to you guys, and they're not full lethal rounds, to use Arnie's terms. They are trimmed down in how much powder is in them. Test shots, exactly. So they're not dangerous. There's not even any shrapnel to use with them. But he's just tested to see if it, how well it goes in the first place. And steaming
water.
Please feel free to roll death saves at the pun. It goes swimmingly. All right. So,
Oh.
all right. So let's go roll
Do I
death
still get
save.
advantage because my character does?
Sorry, Jane. You are like her puns.
Oh,
So
there we go.
yeah, that explains it.
I'll drag you down with me.
So, meanwhile, as explosives are hitting, I assume that the hat chase is either still in action or approaching its completion. What are Emmerich and Badger up to on the shoreline there?
Well,
After a certain point, Ace does return back to the shore. Shakes off all the water on him.
Funny you should ask both of us because my thing actually involves Badger.
No.
I think Falk is sort of sitting with his legs splayed out, leaning back on his hands. He's dressed down as much as he cares to. Obviously, he's still wearing some of his leather armor. But as Ace returns and Falk's eyes follow him, they fall on you, Badger. What are you doing right now? Were you just like worrying at the water's edge for your little guy?
Yes. Badger is loving on Ace and using his scarf to dry him off a little bit, or at least
Sounds fun.
Yeah, you
You
did
should
good.
swim too.
No,
Why not?
I don't swim. I sink.
Why not?
Do you not know how?
I never needed to.
Well, we're adventurers now. I don't know if you've heard. Adventurers need to swim sometimes.
It's fun.
He's right.
Maybe later.
Definitely later.
I think that's a threat.
Oh, no.
Is it a threat?
Believe me. No. Of course not. If I was threatening Badger, he would know. I would make it very clear.
I don't think
This
you
is
guys
a
are threatening
promise.
each other.
You doesn't think we are threatening each other, or should threaten?
No,
each other?
Irina doesn't think you guys are threatening each other.
Oh.
She has faith in you guys as people.
Her
he
mistake.
loves me. He loves me.
Well, love's a strong word.
You love me.
He kind of screws his mouth. He doesn't immediately respond to that, though. Oh, speaking of, do you know what I think you might love? In fact, I think you're one of 2 people in this whole camp that would appreciate the sight.
And what is this?
You can speak to her telepathically, but he's going to and kind of coming over would be Edelweiss. And Falk will stand up and reach into one of the saddlebags and pulls out a bundle. I don't know what color the cloth would be. I imagine like a very faded, like dark red at this point. A few years old now. He looks at it, but he'll wave you over, Badger. I think you'd probably recognize it as the thing he had put in the safe back when we fought Andreev.
Mm.
God, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
When he had that trial of like, hey, pick this lock before the thing you value fucking melts.
Melts inside it.
An acid
What
bomb.
a psychopath. I love him.
He looks it over for a moment. Do you approach when he beckons you over?
Badger does, but first he looks around. If anything happens to me, he did it. And then he'll make his way over.
You walk over as Irina's chiding you, like, it'll be fine, it'll be fine.
She's drinking
And as-
Kool-Aid.
As you approach and get close enough,
Yeah, she literally did, yes.
Falk will reach into the bundle and pull out a knife. He starts stabbing you. No,
I knew it.
he unties the the twine he had used to keep this thing bundled up, sort of rolled up. But he unfurls it and then holds it up from about his chest down. It cascades down to about his knees, and you see a Makarite war banner, definitely battle worn. A few dark brown stains that could have been anything from mud shit to blood. A few holes tattered in it, but it is definitely Makarite and it's definitely authentic. It's clear that you bear no love for the Makarite standing army, even if you have a soft spot for your fellow goblins.
This is true. I don't really. Only goblins. Only goblins.
I claimed this myself. Probably the bravest thing I'd ever done. Well, until recent events, I suppose. As a dragoon, I didn't often get to see military victories. We would often move on before the battle was done to assist elsewhere. But this, I got this during the first victory I ever saw with my own eyes, at least. We had surged forward and taken a trench. And through that trench we got the whole block, the whole network they had set up, forced them back into a rout. You should have seen it. We saw nothing but the red and green ashes as they ran away back to the next line. I had seen a hobgoblin, one of those noble ones with the bright noses. He points his own pointed nose at that. I don't know what came over me, but he was carrying the standard in his hand, and bullet clipped him in the leg. He fell and tried crawling away, and I went over, charged right into no man's land, and I took it from him. Of course, if I were a good soldier, I'd probably finished him off before running back, but bullets were flying, and I thought better of it. I practically dove back into the trench and had the souvenir to show for it. Do you, I don't know what your military life looked like. We didn't get to see in the dreams. We only got to see you after you had already left. Do you have any trophies from your time?
I was in one battle, and I got knocked out within the first 5 minutes.
You must be very young.
I don't know. I assume I'm young. There's a lot of things I don't remember.
Do you not have name days in Makar?
I think it's less we don't have them, and more as goblins we don't care. Our lives are usually very short anyway.
Fodder.
Exactly.
I suppose you're lucky in a way. Only serving in one battle and surviving it. What made you leave?
Lucky is a good word for it.
He nods and almost recites. Being the last one alive does not always mean you're lucky. I assume you were the last one alive. Sole survivor.
I didn't bother checking. To be honest, I started to head home, and then I realized it's all bullshit.
That's the day you deserted.
Yeah.
When did you meet up with Brax?
Probably about 2 days later. Met him on the road. He was traveling with the caravan.
You met a lone goblin on the road and didn't immediately try to kill you.
I was just as shocked as you are. But no, he took me in. Good friend.
Very. I hope we all get to truly meet him one day.
You can meet him after I get done kicking his ass for leaving.
Where was he from? Do you know?
I don't know. It never came up.
I forget. Did he have a sort of that southern free armor accent? We spoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know he's from the Free Realms, but
Right.
there's so many different zones and cities and stuff like that in the Free Realms. Yeah.
But you're saying, Cup?
Oh, it never came up.
Well, we can narrow it down at least. He spoke very similarly to how Hawk of Haskell talked, which means he's likely from the southern Free Realms, which, given how soon you met him after leaving Makar, that makes sense. I assume he was traveling north?
Yeah.
Which means
I was traveling whichever direction I could, but north, yeah. Safest bet.
Well, if fate should have it that we, as a group, travel the southern Free Realms, we can ask in every town whether or not they know of the big man named Brax. That is, if we don't find him before then.
Taverns. Taverns are going to be the best way to find them.
I'll keep my eyes peeled then. Perhaps he decided to make his way to Elonia, become a knight. He has the
Badger
strength for
does
it.
laugh at that. I don't think that's the case.
Oh, why not? If a pretty boy like Caradoc has the makings for it, then maybe a large man like Brack should.
I just don't think it's Brax's style.
Good point. According to the stories, knights like to use big swords and shields and the like. I can't see that man hiding behind a shield if you can even find one big enough.
Yeah.
And given how he walloped you, I think he's fine with just his fists.
Hey, I beat him, if you remember correctly, okay?
Yes, but you looked like you had been beaten bloody at the end of it. You looked like a raw ham.
Very specific image.
Rude.
Brutal.
But how true was it?
Oh, awesome! I like ham.
We'll get you the biggest ham when we get to where we're going.
Really?
Yes.
Yay! Everyone's running around. Irina giggles a bit at that, although it's hard to visually tell she's giggling, but you guys can hear it.
Well, if you don't have any trophies from serving with the Macarites, how about this? He looks down at the banner. I imagine like at the end of it, it comes into like a sort of like upside down V formation, like two sort of tails streaming off of it.
It's probably really wrecked, but yes.
Perfect. Falk will grab one, and then use his dagger to cut it off. And then, with your permission, Badger, he'll sort of hold it out and tie it around like your bicep.
Badger does allow it.
And then he'll grab the other tail, cut it off, and with Irina's help, tie it around his bicep, and then slap it twice. Look at that, a couple of war heroes.
I knew you loved me.
Can both of you roll me a perception check? Badger with advantage. Not bad. Technically worse, but also better. Okay. Let me add that to Leo list of crits. Badger at 27, not 20, not bad. You guys hear the sound of distant laughter.
From whom?
Who knows? You guys have
I
heard
know.
this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have heard this before.
From heaven,
God.
or whatever his realm is called.
Some sort of god of laughter. Don't know if it's good or bad, but it's something.
You can never tell with that fucking guy.
I'm still waiting for the repercussions of him helping with the D1000 rolls.
We haven't gotten there yet.
I know, and it's terrifying.
It's okay. I'll be fine. Smile.
Well,
But yeah, Falk will bundle the now shorter banner up and put it back in the saddlebag.
As you begin putting away, Ace barks at you. Hey!
he slaps his forehead. Dumkov. He'll cut off a smaller strip, take a knee, and tie it around the front of his collar.
He looks so prim and proper as he stands, accepting this medal of honor. This rag of honor.
A proper warhound.
He nods once you slaughterhouse. Irina blinks at that, doesn't comment. So you guys have your own little trio of red. Your little
Oh.
war bond.
Little commies, you.
Hell yeah.
No.
Oh no, one's fascist and the other one is imperial.
Anarchy?
Anarchist.
True.